11 News Now, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephen Cropper. The calendar says April, but the winter weather advisory looks more like something out of February. The advisory goes into effect tonight.
I swear to God, if I wake up and there's snow on the ground tomorrow, I am going to lose my mind. It's April! We cannot get started off like this. We cannot get started off this summer like this. So despite this absolutely horrible weather, like, what is up with this 42 degrees? It was warmer on Christmas. I've been in a good mood and I've been killing the gym. I was gonna film my little shopping extravaganza at Costco, but I always have this bright idea that I don't need a buggy in there. And for those of you that aren't from Pittsburgh, a buggy is a shopping cart. But yeah, so then I end up with my hands full and walking around with a vlogging camera and bananas and knives and juggling everything else that I have. It didn't work out too well, but free samples they were giving out were like seaweed chips. I'll just go home and gnaw on some grass, but thanks. Just a quick message to whomever is responsible for these lights on the high-level bridge. What the f— oh wait, here we go. So I hope this doesn't come off as being like preachy or anything, but it's something that I wanted to get off my chest. I've had a lot of people comment to me about how maybe I influence them to go to the gym or I influence them to eat healthy and so on and so forth. And for that, I'm like truly, truly grateful. And then I have some people tell me that they have a struggle with that. They have a problem with maybe eating for convenience or eat because they're in a bad mood and it makes them feel better. And I've personally been a product of that. Like, I know what that feels like. And here's what I gotta say about that. So eating healthy and living well, it's a commitment. It's a commitment to yourself. And when you get those bad days or you're not feeling so positive or you're just really crunched for time, you gotta make that decision that I'm going to continue to live well, eat healthy, and feel good about myself. Because here's the analogy that I have for you. Going back to those bad habits is the equivalent of going back to an old girlfriend or boyfriend. You know it didn't work for you to begin with, but it's comfortable. It's easy, it's convenient. But you're never gonna get out of it what you put into it. You're never gonna be happy with it. You're constantly gonna be filled with the regret of it. It's really all about just moving on, making a commitment to something better, and in the long run, you will absolutely be thankful that you did. So I hope this little analogy helped. Okay, my soapbox is over. What do you want to do now? You know it's gonna snow tomorrow, right? That's kind of sucky, huh, girls? Yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow. What's up with that, girls? I got to take a run over to my in-laws' house because they just informed me that they made some chicken stir fry. And their dinner game is strong, so I'm gonna head over there and pick that up. So the iPod that I use for the gym is like one of those smaller, it had the wheel on it, but it wasn't like the full-size iPod. Well, hang on a minute. So it wasn't like this one here that was the original iPod from like 1986, I believe. Steve Jobs gave this to me for my birthday when I was 13. This was the very first iPod. Okay, I'm just kidding. Anyway, the iPod that I use for the gym is that, except smaller. I think it was called an iPod mini, I'm not sure. Anyways, the only way to recharge the damn thing is to actually put it on the old school USB cable and then attach it to my computer. So I did that the other day because the battery was running low, and now I cannot find it. I have no idea what I did with it. I think it's in this room somewhere, and I'm determined to find it. Nope. I literally have no idea what I did with this thing. If anybody has any suggestions on what I may have done with this iPod, please put a comment below. So it's like 8 o'clock right now, and I just got a call from Christy, who's usually home from work by now, that she, for some reason, got stuck on her unit at work, and the last shuttle must have... You're gonna have to get back in the house. Excuse me? Excuse me. Apparently she has something that she needs to do real quick. But anyways, apparently Christy got stuck at work and missed the last shuttle, and if she takes the next shuttle, it'll take her like 3.5 miles out of her way to get back to her car. So now I'm heading down to Oakland to... There's some sort of fire activity afoot. Anyways, I gotta go to Oakland to pick Christy up.